You want a prediction about the weather? You're asking the wrong Phil. I'm going to give you a prediction about this winter. It's going to be cold, it's going to be dark, and it's going to last you for the rest of your lives. And not even the nice guys on business can change it.
Now you're saying that you're worried about Ted and you could make him come, but you're not going to make him come because you don't want him to be miserable. I said, when were you ever going to come and be happy then? You're never going to make, you're just never going to make the journey. Are you just never going to come and visit?
So one day I'm caddying for the Dalai Lama and I say, "Hey, Lama, how about a little something, for the effort?" And he says, "There won't be any money, but one day I will introduce you to the nice guys on business." So I got that going for me, which is nice. Most days they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Recording in progress. It is progressing with the recording.
Hey, Strick, if we stop talking right now and just go right to voicemails, we'll still have an hour-long show.
Oh, shit, really? I'm just now getting to downloading them. It's been a crazy day. We have a gajillion voicemails?
Well, if I remember correctly, we have a gajillion voicemails. Every time I was looking...
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we got 8 goddamn voicemails.
People, you're listening. You are listening. It's only taken us 9 fucking years.
I know. We got to be careful what we ask for, or we may get it.
Now, the question would remain, are they all from one person? Are they multiple people? We've never had an instance where one person left 8 voicemails.
No, even Jared's not that crazy, I think.
What's the length of each voicemail? Let's play the game for a second.
I'm just downloading them, dude. Like I told you, I got to get them first. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not set. Welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. I got to get that in right now before I forget, because I'm going to get distracted while I'm setting up all of these goddamn voicemails.
Well, while Strickland is doing that, I will tell you about my latest adventure in not only home improvements, because I'm finished my home improvements. The band board has been completed. I am excited to announce that the after picture is actually better than the before picture, which is good. We have not gotten any rain here in many months, so I don't know if it actually is working, but my house, I think, is watertight. Maybe I don't think it's a waterproof house, because I think if you threw my house into the ocean, probably would sink. It would not float.
Probably. I've heard a rumor. I've actually seen some videos with this. Teslas apparently are waterproof. There are like in Japan, they've got a video of people like driving through, 2-3 feet of water.
Now, why would anybody drive their $100,000 vehicle through 3-4 feet of water? That just makes no sense at all.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, right? If the roads are all watered down and shit, like floods and crap.
What kind of rain do you get in Texas?
No, we don't get it. I might get it here. I don't know, but. We haven't had rain in like at least a month and a half, 2 months either. It's been crazy here.
So a couple of things that I've always learned, or I was always taught or told in driving school, was number one, always steer in the direction of the skid, right? So
right.
if you're in a snowstorm, steer in the direction of the skid. That's number one. Second, pump the brakes if you are skidding rather than now that. Mm-hmm. That used to work when you had old school drum brakes, not with ABS. When you have ABS brakes, you're not actually supposed to pump the brakes. You're supposed to slam your motherfucking foot onto the brake.
And let the ABS do the work for you.
And let the ABS do the work. The other thing that I heard was if the water is at the tread level or high, at above the tread level or higher, you're not supposed to drive through the water.
The tread level, like
I don't mean the sidewall. Sorry, sidewall. Sorry.
Oh, sidewall. That's different. Yes. Okay.
Because your car could get swept away. So are these people just driving like they go to the beach and just drive completely into the ocean? I mean, what videos are you watching?
I think it's not just for being swept away. It's also because if your engine is soaked in water, it's going to kick out. It's going to die.
We all know how batteries work in water. You just get electrocuted.
Yeah, I don't even know.
What a way to go. I'm driving my Tesla. I run through a foot of water and I get electrocuted. God, what a sucky way to go. Holding the steering wheel like that. That wouldn't be good.
That would suck.
Does your car have like the curtain of airbags?
Apparently, I don't know. I've never checked. I mean, I'm guessing it does.
And does it automatically call like the 911 number if there's any problem?
I don't know about that. Apparently, there is something in it that if there's like a crash that involves the airbags, it automatically will record all the video cameras. Wow. Like it'll keep the recording from the previous minute or something, so you can actually see what happened in the accident, which may or may not be a good thing, and could be your fault. You never fucking know.
So in other words, your customized plates are just going to be labeled plaintiff. That's it.
Right.
You don't have to go much further than that. This is cool. My new Tesla, yes, also known as plaintiff. I would like to I'd like to show you Exhibit A, and it's like an 8-camera shoot video, high definition, showing the deployment of the airbags and the decapitation of your passenger. I mean, all of that is like, no, that wouldn't be good.
You're getting a little dark there, Doug.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to go so dark. I went dark.
Eight goddamn voicemails today.
Okay, but before we get into the voicemails, I want to share with you the latest adventure that I will be going on. So 2 days ago, I confirmed the purchase or the rental of a 22-foot RV. We are going to spend a week traveling up and down the coast of California from San Diego to Big Sur and back to Ojai.
Nice. RV rental. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be fun, I think.
It's going to be cool. I've never rented an RV. I've never stayed at a campground. I've actually never gone camping before. So, for a Jewish guy, this is the closest step to camping that I would ever get to.
So what was the catalyst for this?
JJ, we went to Malibu a few weeks ago to visit with a cousin of mine who lives in Dana Point, which is south of us, north of San Diego, but south of us. And as we were driving down, she kept saying, "Oh, I'd like to go to that restaurant," or "Man, we haven't gone to that beach." And then we just thought, wouldn't it be cool to just kind of to stop at all of these places just between our house and Malibu, which is only about an hour and a half away. And then we thought, well, why don't we rent an RV and we'll experience it like overnight? So we'll be able to have fun and not have to worry about driving back home an hour and a half from where we are, drinking or eating or whatever. So we thought, well, let's go to a campground and we can do that. But I'm not going to go camping. So let's rent this Coachman. It's like this really nice 22-foot vehicle. It doesn't require any special license, and it's pretty easy to drive, and it's got a bathroom and air conditioning, and it can sleep 6. So there's only 2 of us going. So it's just going to be pretty cool.
And then are you going to get like campgrounds that have hookups where you can get electric and fucking water and shit like that?
Yes, exactly. So you go and you get the, all the stuff there. You can get electricity because they actually they give you, I don't understand how they know, but I guess there's a timer on everything in these RVs. They give you a certain amount of water that you're able to use, of course. They give you a certain amount of generator power without charging you extra dollars for the generator. It's like, it's a 55-gallon tank. So in California, that equates to $300 pretty much in fill up. The journey, they give you 500 miles. So we're going to have to pay 50 cents a mile for every mile after the 500. So I did the journey, and it looks like it's going to be about 1,000 miles between San Diego, Big Sur, and then back to Ojai again.
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, so it should be a fun field. It's actually going to be, I think it's 5 nights, 6 days. So it should be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to. I rented an RV, or Scott Miller's parents rented an RV. We went skiing it was me and Scott. Scott was 18, I was 16. His dad, Leonard, who is no longer with us. Their neighbor, Jacques, who is no longer a part of their family anymore. He was their in-law, and one of their kids. So that was the first and only time, and that was literally 45 years ago.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So it should be kind of cool. And believe me, you're not renting an RV because you're trying to save money. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, no, I know they're not cheap. Right. Like it'd be cheaper to do a hotel, right?
It definitely would be cheaper to do a hotel. The RV was $175 a day plus whatever fees that were. So by the time you're done with insurance, the RV, gas, and everything, it probably will be somewhere in the $350 to $400 a day, including the Campground of America place that you're staying and all of that. So probably going to be $2,000 for the RV. I figure another $1,500 to $2,000 in the food and beverages that we're going to be enjoying.
That's nuts.
And we're going to be taking 2 cats with us.
Oh God. What about, don't you have like 5? What are you going to do with the other 3?
Well, the other 3, they're homebodies. You know, one of them is an outdoor cat. The other one is just too disruptive. We don't want to take her. And the third is our special needs cat. And we think that she would be really out of sorts. But the OG cats, the original gangsta cats that JJ had, Domino and Luna, they're going to go with us. And we just think they're going to really enjoy getting away from the other 3 cats for the week.
Okay. Yeah, there's a thing in Vegas every year called EDC, the Electric Daisy Carnival, right?
What the hell is that?
It's a festival, right? And it happens in May, I think. I think it's May every year.
Electric Daisy?
EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival.
Okay.
And it's been going for 20 years, right? Now, it's a lot of like EDC artists and DJs and electronic music and shit like that, right? So it's like, not really my thing. And it's like a rave, right? I mean, you go for the whole damn weekend. It's like 3 days or 4 days or something.
Right.
And, but the thing is, it's at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Now, the Motor Speedway is about 10 miles outside of town. Right. And it's right on the highway. So normal driving conditions, like if you're on the strip or somewhere, 10-minute drive, 15-minute drive, right? 500,000 people come in for this EDC. Yeah. And so what happens is they will go each night until 3, 4, 5 in the morning or whatever crazy time it is. Right. And if you want to get to or come back from the carnival, and you do an Uber, or even if you're driving, it can take 2 or 3 hours because the highway gets so backed up to go 10 miles. So I saw some video last year from it. It looks really cool. Like, I'm not into DJs and shit like that, but it's just like a whole fucking town and the festival. And there's so much cool shit going on. I'd like to go, but I'm not going to deal with being like outside in the fucking desert all day and all night.
No.
So I don't know if they started this last year or if it's something that they've always done, but there's a whole section of the parking lot where you can have an RV. So
but they probably don't have the hookups though, do they? It's probably. They don't have
probably not.
All that stuff, right?
Probably not. But I mean, if I'm just going for 2 days or 3 days, right? Like if I could go to this thing and like hang out outside during the day for 2 or 3 hours, and it's like, you know what? I'm kind of fucking hot. I'm going to walk out of the raceway, go to my RV, take a fucking nap in the middle of the day in my air conditioned RV, and then go back later. I'd be totally down for that.
So that was the allure for me. We've gone to these, we have a neighbor that is very into RVs, except they have a Sprinter. So that's one of those like Mercedes vehicles. It's not as big as an RV, but it's kind of close. And they have a bunch of friends that have RVs, and they do these parties on her birthday. I think she's in her 60s, and they just love to. I think they've put 1 million miles on RV or RV type of vehicles, not that one in particular, but collectively. Wow. And so they were really talking us up on this idea of just getting an RV and just driving. So if I really like it, you're probably going to buy one.
Well, they get expensive, but they are super cool. I've got some other friends that do the same thing. Ben and Danny have one, and it would be fun. It'd be fun. I stayed in one a couple times for a night or two, and it would be cool. Yeah, but they're not cheap.
So the one that we're looking at, it's called the Coachman Leprechaun. It sleeps 6. It's 22 feet in length. Used. If we were to buy a used one, $65,000 for a used one.
Get the fuck out! I didn't think they were that expensive. A used one is $65,000.
Now they got this one fully decked out. But still, even if you just get like I was thinking, maybe if it's $25,000-$30,000, you can get a hold of one. That'd be kind of cool. Or even like a pull behind. I can take my pickup truck. That gets like 6 miles to the gallon. It's probably not a great idea. But anyway, you get a pull behind or something like that, or just something that's less expensive. But I know me, if I'm going to do something, I'm never going to do it like half-assed. I'm full-assed or not at all. That's how I'm going to do it.
And they can be a lot of maintenance too. There's like all kinds of
I don't want to know all that. Yeah, between the septic tank and all other stuff. I got enough projects around my house. And you know what? TurnKey is a big project, so I'm fine. I'm good.
It's all good.
Everything is good. All right. So we probably should start with the voicemails. And that way, if we want to go beyond them, we can. But if we start talking, I mean, we're already 15 minutes in and we haven't even done anything yet.
I know we've done nothing at all. And the host has disabled screen sharing.
Screen share. Let me go talk to that guy.
Talk to that guy. What an asshole. Fucking disabling screen sharing. What the fuck?
How? Oh, you know what? It's probably in my preferences. Yeah, I don't know if you have this, but
no,
I just did it. So when people join my Zoom meeting, I automatically have them muted. Now, do you or do you not have people muted when they join your Zoom meeting?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
It probably is somewhere in the preferences. I should be shit. We do really have 8 voicemails. I'm like just seeing that now.
And look at how different all of the the patterns are.
Yeah. All right. I'm not even going to.
Although this one looks like it might have just been a mistake. Like maybe it was cutting out and somebody started to talk and then they called back here. I'm thinking, but we'll find out.
Very interesting. Or or maybe they're held captive somewhere. That was the beginning part of that was them like gagged and cloaked and everything else.
Somebody put you on voicemail or put you on speed dial and they just kept calling and calling.
You know, I don't know if this ever happens because your parents, I think your mom is much younger than my mom, but my mom will oftentimes call me, and immediately after she calls me again because the same button on your iPhone that hangs up is the same button that you use to call someone. So she doesn't realize that she's calling me. So what ends up happening is she calls the second time after we hang up, and then she just she thinks she's hanging up, so she just puts her phone down. So my voicemail will pick up if I don't pay attention, and now I do because I just wait for my mom to call me back the second time, and then she'll just leave a voicemail. So I mean, she'll just whatever conversation that she's in the middle of. And it's always some like she's yelling at her boyfriend, Ted, or they're making dinner plans to try to figure out, or Ted's got to go to the VA hospital for some reason. So he's got to get his insulin, or he shouldn't be eating all those sweets because it's going to kill him. I mean, all of this shit. All the shit that old people talk about. Oh my God. Yeah. Hey, I want to talk about that at the tail end of all these voicemails. So can you remind, or I'll probably just interrupt. So go ahead.
Old people?
Yeah, old people. Old people talk.
Not like us.
No, definitely. No, much older than us. My mom is 90, Strickland.
Jesus. Yeah, that's nuts.
She's 90. All right, go ahead. Hit the voicemail.
Okay. We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. When
my mom calls, she's usually complaining about something that has to do with Ted. And today's phone call was no different because my mom has been planning a trip for probably 2 years to come and visit our house. But you know, getting a 90-year-old to take any kind of action is like pulling teeth. Well, it's like loosening dentures, actually, in the case of old people. So today she calls me and she says, hey, look, I've been really rethinking. I got to rethink this trip that I'm going to do for Thanksgiving. I can't get. She started off by saying, I can't stay alone in the hotel, and the only thing I'm thinking is, why she's not coming alone? She's coming with Ted. So she says, so she starts to go into the whole reason why she can't stay alone in the motel because her hands don't work the same way they used to, and for her to even just turn the water on will be, and she can't stay here because of the cats and all of that because she's allergic. So I said, Mom, I said, aren't you missing a part of the story that you've kind of left out? And she says, what? I said, are you telling me Ted's not coming? So I said, originally Ted was coming. And she said, oh, well, that's the other thing. He doesn't want to come because he doesn't really like airplanes, and I don't want to have to make him come, and he'll do it. And I'm worried about him, and he'll just have a miserable time, and he won't be happy. And I said, yes, he will be. So I said, in other words, what you're saying is you'll come on your own, but you can't come on your own because you're afraid of the hotel and staying and turning on and off the water, and you can't stay because of the cats. Now you're saying that you're worried about Ted, and you could make him come, but you're not going to make him come because you don't want him to be miserable. I said, when were you ever going to come and be happy then? You're just never going to make the journey. Are you just never going to come and visit? So we got into this whole conversation. My mom is the worst decision maker. The worst. I don't know how old people are, but my mom, in general, I mean, but my mom is just the worst decision maker. I can't get her off the dime to do anything. I don't know. Are your parents like that at all?
No.
No, they make decisions. Like your mom just seems ultra flexible to everything.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah.
And how old's your dad?
That's a damn good question. Let's see.
About just about
84, 85.
And is he still just as active as he was when he worked at the agency?
Yeah. No, I mean, probably not that active, but he's still active. Yeah.
And is Carolyn still kicking his ass around town?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
All right. We ready for the voicemails?
Yeah, go ahead.
Get through some of these.
This is my mom problem.
Hi, Doug. Hi, Strickland. That episode was interesting. That episode was very interesting.
No point of reference.
It sounded like Strickland just really wanted dinner and didn't really want to record the episode. And so I hope, Strickland, that you got that dinner quickly within 20 minutes after getting off the computer. You sounded very hungry. One thing I did want to say is the temperatures that you guys were describing. Well, some people might think that those sound oppressive. I was so jealous. It has been the coldest summer here. My fingers went numb the other day, and it is August.
Oh.
And it is not okay.
What is that all
No,
about?
there's that. And then I had a question for you guys because last week's episode was just kind of all over the place, and I'm like, they need a question. So I guess my question is, oh my God, I think I forgot. I think I'm going to have to call back. I forgot my question. It was good. I thought of it. Hold on.
Sure.
I'll call you back.
Okay, that's funny. First of all, that was Emily, for those of you who don't know. She did not introduce herself. Second of all, I sounded like I just wanted to finish up and eat dinner? Isn't that every episode? Isn't that?
I thought, well, for those of you that don't realize, neither Strick nor I ever want to record. just know that. Know that when we go into it with the attitude of, all right, if I can make it through the first 10 minutes, then I'll be good for the rest of the episode. I only remember you being like irritated and agitated towards the end of that episode. I don't remember the whole time. Do you remember if you were agitated the whole time?
No. I do vaguely remember at the end being agitated, but I agreed. When you sent me an invite this week, you didn't even ask like when you were recorded. You're just like, here, I'm just going to send this to this. And my reply was, time to make the donuts. It's like fucking time to make the donuts. Yeah.
How did another week get upon us already?
I don't know. Great. Didn't we just do this last week? What the fuck? I just cleaned this place up.
I don't know if you feel this, and I don't know if this has anything to do with aging or the process of getting older, but I feel like that with every day when I go to bed. I'm like, how could it be bedtime already? As a kid, the days used to last so long. I mean, I would get up early and I would stay up and I would be outside skateboarding or doing whatever till I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. And it would be like, you finally collapse in bed, but it's like 1 a.m. and you don't feel like the day. It was like a long, I mean, just ground. I feel like every day is Groundhog Day. I do. Do we have a movie reference? Do we have a Groundhog Day open?
We do. We got a couple. I'll make sure and use that this week.
Okay.
Or I'll tell the editor to use that this week.
That's good. Did you assign somebody to the show yet?
No, not yet. I lied to you and said that I had, but I just haven't got around to it.
You don't have to lie to me. It's okay. Well, it is Thursday, and it will make it a little bit more challenging for whoever eventually becomes the editor. But Strick, we have a really good team.
No, I know we do. I just think the last thing that's funny is that Emily is like, okay, you guys are like kind of all over the place, which first of all, that's funny as shit because it's like more all over the place than normal. Like, is that even fucking possible? Right. And so she's like, hey, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a question that I'm hoping will like the goal of her asking a question was to focus us more. And then she's like, oh, fuck, what was the question? I don't fucking remember. Okay, let me call back. That's quite ironic.
I'm pretty sure that whatever she forgot, it's because of we're contagious, and she caught whatever we have.
Probably true. Okay, and it looks like I would say the voice signature of this next track looks like it's Emily again. So I think she probably called right back with the
You'd
answer.
have to assume that she either immediately found, like, did she? Here's my thought: did she hang up, sit there, and just contemplate what she was thinking about, or do you think that she actually wrote it down somewhere? And the answer to that may be in the upcoming message that is left. I'm assuming, as you did, that it will be Emily, but I'm wondering, like, what would your thought process be if you forgot something? Do you just sit there and wait for it to come?
Yeah, and then when it came, I would call right back. That's exactly what I would do.
All right. So, is it like when you do you do this? Do you do this? Okay, you have steps in your house, right?
No, actually. Well, I mean, I've got one or two steps in the front, so but I'm a one story. So
do you ever go from your bedroom to your kitchen and then get in the kitchen and forgot why I got to the
totally. Oh, okay. Fucking hey.
Then
all the time.
Do you do this? Do you walk back to your bedroom and thinking whatever you happened in the bedroom to make you think about what you needed in the kitchen, you'll remember because you walk back to the bedroom?
Exactly. 100%. Absolutely.
Why do we do that? Why don't we just stand in the kitchen and wait for it to come to us?
Because we have to, we figure like, okay, wait a minute. I was in the bedroom when I thought of this. And so now if I go back in the bedroom, it'll put me right back in the same state of mind and I'll remember again.
That is so funny. We as human beings are so fucked up.
Mm-hmm. We are so fucked up.
That is so bad. All right. I'm really curious what that question is that's going to help focus us that we've never been before. Emily, what say ye?
Lay it on us, Emily.
Geez, sorry about that. It's a little early here, brain's still waking up. The question was, where is the best place that you've ever traveled to? And I guess why? I don't really care why. But also, do you guys like traveling? I feel like Doug has said he's a homebody or likes to stay home, but do you guys like traveling? You consider yourselves like graceful travelers, good travelers? What kind of what's your travel MO? Basically, that's my question. I think that'll set you off on a nice little, whatever they call it, segue, sidebar.
Just too early.
I don't know. Okay, goodbye.
That's a really great question. It's just too bad we don't have time to talk about it today because we have so many voicemails. Okay, let's move it on to the next voicemail.
No, you got to answer the question for Emily. She was kind enough to ask the question. It's very good. Do you have a memorable vacation destination?
It's so funny. I kind of don't, but only because, okay, it's so tacky. It's so like stereotypical. I love Vegas because there's just always stuff to do, right? But when I think about the other places that I've been, like I've been to a number of places in the U.S. and like I've been to Mexico and I've been on cruises. Cruises are kind of fun. But like if I think about like Cancun or Mexico, it's like those are really cool places. It's like, yeah, they're different, but like I get bored. Like I wouldn't want to be somewhere tropical. I went to Grand Cayman one time, which was nice, but we were there for a week. And it's like, it's so quiet and tropical and nice. And I'm like, yeah, that was fun for a couple of days. And then I'm fucking bored.
10 minutes of that.
I just get bored.
I've never
been to Europe. I really want to go to Europe sometime.
Yeah, you've never been to Europe. I would say that probably one of my favorite vacation destinations with as a couple was probably to Italy with JJ. Just such a great time. And JJ is a really relaxed, chill, not having to go on every tour like that. The tour thing, when you're on vacation, you come home exhausted from your vacation. That for me isn't fun. But our last trip was probably my most memorable trip when we went to Florence and a bunch of different places in Italy and Naples and Positano and all the places where you can go and just have a kick-ass kind of time. Now, the vacation that I loved the most, just in general, because it's one that totally was aligned with the kind of person I am, a couple of trips to Alaska in 2005 and 2006. Had a fucking amazing time. I love fishing and I love wildlife and I love the national parks.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a trip that I took with my son Adam and went to all the national parks, to the Grand Tetons and Glacier National Park. And that to me was a highlight of my life because Adam and I always refer back to those trips. But 100% Emily is right. If I had my druthers, if I got the choice of where I would vacation, I would not go anywhere. I just love my house. I don't like the getting to the vacation place. But I don't mind once I'm there. It's just getting there. And you know, what happened to you last time you went on vacation, Strick? The day before you went away, all hell broke loose and you had like 1,700,000 things that you had to accomplish with TurnKey.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
That kind of happens every time I go away too. All the shit hits the fan at that point.
It happens sometimes.
Thanks for the question, Emily.
I'm not a bad traveler. I don't mind getting on a plane. I mean, I don't want to do it all the fucking time. Like, I wouldn't want to be Sean Carpenter, right? Where, every other week I'm flying somewhere. But, I don't have any problem with airports and planes and shit.
No, I don't have problems with them, but it's so more convenient just to stay at home. That's the way I look at it.
No, I definitely get bored. I like, there are times where I'm at home and I'm like, I just want to fucking go out. I got to go do something.
Got it.
Okay, Here we go. Ready for more voicemails?
Yeah, let's do it.
Number 3.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Rick. Jared here. So, great way to start the show off, by the way. I'm not even going to address how you opened it, because, Doug, I know you probably don't know. Strick, you probably have forgotten.
I am.
So I'm sure I'll be calling in later once you actually get to that part of the show. So, now that I've thoroughly confused you guys, right now you happen to be talking about your home improvement project, Doug.
Yeah.
And how you pulled off that band board, and behind that was some more routed wood, and now all the fun steps you got to take to fix all that shit. And you were kind of wondering how somebody would handle that. And I can't speak for everybody, but in my case, when I'm dealing with rock, some of that nature on the outside of the home, it's this conversation or something pretty close to it. For just that part, you're going to be looking at about this labor material, but I got to tell you, behind that is most likely some other rotted stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to know until once we get into it how bad this really is.
Yep.
There's always unknown with a project, and I can't even begin to tell you what kind of damage it could be, because I've seen floors, really nice finished floors on the inside of the home, be rotted out because the outside of the home had no house wrap on it. And it literally went through the vinyl siding, ruined the wall, ruined the subfloor inside, and their hardwood floor on the inside. So things can get pretty out of hand pretty quickly if it's been that way for a while. And Doug, I think your house, I think you said was in the 50s or somewhere in there. So definitely would have been a conversation so that you were prepped for, hey, this could go sideways. And even having you, as soon as I started pulling it and finding it, be like, hey, Doug, come look at this. This is what I'm finding, so that you could see it firsthand. Anyways, that's how I handle stuff like that. I do my best to prep them and make them ready and walk them through as I run into it, if I run into it. So, all right, guys, appreciate the show. Appreciate you. And I can't wait to finish up.
Yeah, that's the crazy shit with home improvement, that I don't know what I don't know. And I worry about shit like that if I'm going to do it myself, because I don't even know.
And that's when Jared just basically says to the homeowner, just give me your credit card, press hard 3 times. There's 3 copies, press hard. God, it's when you have to write a blank check to the home improvement guy because the work that is going to be done is it's insurmountable. You get in with a $500 project and you walk away with a $2,500 bill, not because anything that Jared would do or any home improvement contractor, but like you said, you never know what you're going to get into. Fortunately, it's held up. So far, we're 2 weeks in and the house has not fallen down. So that's good. What'd you do?
Okay, now this one, I think,
all
that this is noise. I can tell. I'm like, I'm guessing that this voicemail is one that was truncated, because this is probably noise too.
Okay.
But I'm going to leave it just in case it's not.
All right.
Let's see.
I'm ready.
Somebody had a bad signal. Let's find out.
Okay, there's no fucking beep this time, boys, so I don't know if you're getting the message or not. I'm going to hang up. This might be voicemail number 2. This might not be a voicemail at all. I guess I'm going to have to wait till next week to figure this the fuck out. And then you're going to listen to my next message, and we're going to answer some math questions.
A math question. Oh, nice.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Jared here. So this is either voicemail 2 or voicemail number 3. Let's find out. Did you listen to 2 already?
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea, because your voicemail didn't beep. So I might just be sounding like a nut now, like I normally do.
Blame Google.
Anywho, so the reason I called, Doug, you are talking about math problems, and you were talking about the order of operations, all because of my voicemail and Sean Carpenter adding to the show, where you guys always double the previous episode. So That having been said, we will give you said math problem. As the shows go on, it is 2 times 0. And that's in its own little parentheses. And then we go times 0. That's in its own parentheses. Times, excuse me, I'm getting carried away. Times 2. You're always doubling, not zeroing it. You're always doubling it. So 2 times 0, obviously gives us 0. Then you do your parentheses. And then you have another times 2 and a parentheses and a times 2 for 1,000,000 times. Oh wait, in the words of Steve O'Brien, is it the 1,000,000th episode? It just feels that way. Yeah. Anywho, when we get to Sean Carpenter, we have your times 2, the parentheses, and then plus 1.
Math.
So now, from this point forward, you better step it up, because if you don't double last week and get to 2, you're back to fucking 0, boys.
I'm following him.
Remains to be seen. I'm not sure yet. Strick's trying to get out of here. He's ready to go. Sounds like he's ready to eat. He's got shit to do. I don't know. Is this going to be a times 2 or I don't know. All right, fellas. I had to call Narashi because Strick said, no, please don't fucking call. All right, guys. See you later. And love the show. You guys know that.
So apparently I was just a little bitch at the end of last week's show because 2 people now have called in and said, yeah, Strick just really wanted to fucking go. I don't even remember, but apparently
I am just used to you being a little bitch because I really I took no offense to you being a little bitch. I know that you were hungry, but I can relate to that. I definitely can. You know, when I haven't had my alcohols, I get a little bit testy myself.
I think I must have been hangry or something, I guess.
Did you feel like his tone was like kicked up a notch? I felt like he was, maybe his meds were kicking in. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it was a little emerald going on there, a little bam, kicking up a notch.
Something like that. I'm curious, Jared. Now, I know you probably don't need reminding because you're listening to the episode right now. Like we need reminding because we haven't listened to the episode and listening to the voicemail, and you have to remind us what the message was. Talk about talking in a circle. But if you listen back to your voicemail just then, do you feel like your tone was a little bit higher? I don't want to say you were screechy, but you were definitely, I felt a little bit more amphetamine than I would feel, let's say, a good fireball. I felt more speed than tranquil.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let's get to the next voicemail.
But look at this voicemail right here as compared to the next one that's coming up. The 2 there look the same.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it definitely, the next 2 could absolutely be the same person. Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't know who.
I don't either.
But we're going to find out.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here.
Oh.
Just listened to the episode, and I thought I'd pick up and take off from where you talked about money for the Bruno Mars concert that you're not going to spend.
There.
And I got to thinking about, and where would I? And then I thought, you know what? First off, I don't ever spend money. I invest it. It sounds like semantics, but it's not to me. Cause I always feel like wherever I am investing money, I'm getting something back. I don't even care if I'm getting a lottery ticket and I don't win anything, or going to Vegas and putting money on a roulette wheel and I don't get anything. I'm not spending money. I'm investing in some playtime. So that's my first thought. The second thought was, where would I invest that much or more? Not to see anybody at a concert or anything, but I think what I would do would be if either Oprah or the Dalai Lama or Robert Redford offered the opportunity for me to go hang out with them one-on-one. See, I'm not a group person. If I could go hang out with them one-on-one for, say, 4 hours, like at Oprah's ranch in Montecito or Redford's Sundance Resort or the Dalai Lama, I don't know, anywhere he'd be. If I could go hang out with them with just me and them for 4 hours and I had to pay $15,000, I would invest that $15,000 in doing it, and they would probably want me to donate it somewhere to a donation place of my choice or one of their causes, which I would do. So if that were the opportunity, I would jump on it in a heartbeat. Now, I have another idea, but I'll leave that in another voicemail. Okay, you guys. Love you. Love the show. Bye.
Yeah, I think this next voicemail will be.
So we're going down to the third tee, and the Dalai Lama's right. He says,
And Italia, he's a heavy hitter. Okay. And Italia, he says to me, he hits into a 10,000 foot gulch. And I'm like, oh, that one's going to be, you got to play that one as it lies. And so we finish up, right? We do 18, right? And Italia, I say to him, hey, Dolly, how about something, a little for the trouble, the looper, me, I'm the looper, like the caddy, right? And he says, there will be no tip. There will be no money, but when you die, you will experience total consciousness. So I figure I got that going for me. Which is nice.
Which is nice. As soon as she said Dalai Lama, I go right into Bill Murray.
And now I got to do a dual intro. Now we got to do Groundhog Day. Oh, and it's all Bill Murray. That's funny. I didn't even think of the Bill Murray tie-in. We'll do Groundhog Day, and I have that Dalai Lama intro too.
Oh my God! The only benefit that I would say when she pulled out the $15,000 number, and then I brought up the three people. I'm like Oprah, Robert Redford, or the Dalai Lama. Okay. Mm-hmm. I appreciate the Dalai Lama, but there's no way I'm paying him $15,000 because whatever he has to say, I could read it in a book probably. So I'm not going there. Robert Redford, I mean, yeah, I think he did star in the movie A River Runs Through It, so we could talk fly fishing. Didn't he star in that movie? So
I don't fucking know. It was a movie about fly fishing. You think I watched it?
Yeah, so that'd be kind of cool. But Oprah, if I had to pay $15,000, the only thing that I could be thinking is I think that I would get maybe a few hours of her undivided attention if I was to pay the $15,000. But if I proved to her that I couldn't afford to pay the $15,000 in order to meet her, I'm thinking that she may take pity on me and either give me the $15,000 back or give me an opportunity to earn the $15,000 back in like 3 seconds of work. Doesn't she make like $15,000 in interest every minute or something
probably.
Like that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, that's how my brain worked. But Dalai Lama immediately went to Caddyshack for me. So I got that going for me. I'm on the tee box.
Which is nice. Nice. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica again with voicemail number 2.
Good to see you.
So here's my idea. I think you guys should hold a contest. And the contest should be, where would Doug spend or invest, say, $10,000 for what opportunity? And let everybody guess, make it be a contest, and then give something fun. I don't know, a podcastologist t-shirt or something, or a Funkin' Fans button or whatever. Now, I'll throw in my guess. Doug, I think for you, it would have to be something that you really wanted to do or you saw that it made a difference. So I'm going to say maybe you'd invest that much in going on safari with JJ. Maybe you would invest that much in a full week up at, I don't know, a Napa Valley winery that you had exclusively to just the two of you and all the wine you wanted to drink. So those are my 2 guesses. But I think you should throw it out to the community and say, where would Doug spend the money? That's it for now. Love you guys. Love the show. Can't wait till the next episode. Bye.
I know the answer to that one already, though, because you've done it before. It wouldn't be the first time. $10,000. I know what you invest in for $10,000. Do you know what it is, Doug?
I'm going to say you're going to say that I would buy a car.
No.
Classic car.
Hookers and blow.
Oh, well, of course. Well, that was on the back of my mind, but I didn't bring that up to the forefront. I don't know that there is an experience that I would be able to feel like was valued at $10,000, at least in the way that I am thinking about it. Maybe I'm not thinking about it properly. Like, I would only want to invest $10,000 if I saw an opportunity for a return on investment of that $10,000. I don't know that at this point in my life, with the amount of money that I have or lack of money that I may not have or may have in the bank, would I invest $10,000 in something that I don't know? I mean, there's nothing that I have this level of passion about that I'd want to say, hey, let's invest $10,000 in that, because that would be a positive experience, like a concert, or even sitting in a classic Mustang and driving it around a racetrack, or talking to anybody in the world. I don't fucking know what I would, you know what? Would 10 grand be enough to bring my father back to life?
Not right now. Now that I know of, I don't think so.
I mean, maybe if there's a $10,000 investment that I could, or maybe if there was a way to spend $10,000 to have people that are no longer here on this earth communicate with me to a point where I would believe that they were actually communicating with me. I would like to talk to my dad and my uncle and my brother. Okay, three guys that are no longer on this earth that had a deep and meaningful impact, positive or negative, in my life. So my brother, my dad, or my Uncle Morris. Can I invest 10 grand and be assured that I'm actually communicating with them and not just having somebody take my money from me?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hold on to my money until I'm sure that I can have that.
Okay, we got one more voicemail. Let's get to the last one.
One more.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick.
Huh.
Surprise. It's Erica. Voicemail number 3. I didn't think I'd leave one, but I finished listening and there was something else. I totally agree with you, Doug, and with Strick, that your signature line on your emails is 100% accurate. You are that and some. Your ability to sell and stick with things and, be like a pit bull on a rump roast. I think that's what they say.
Pit bull on a rump roast.
Just consistent and wonderful and loving, and that's why people buy from you. So my question is, how can I hire you to sell more of my coaching program? That's it for today. Love you. Love the show. Bye.
Good question.
Strick, we have talked about this, not in terms of selling for Erica or another person's coaching program, but we talked about the idea of taking the system that we have created with TurnKey and teaching other people about this subscription model, which we, discovered probably a handful of years ago and really not perfected, but really dialed in for the past 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know that I could bring to the table the amount of passion and drive, persistence and consistency with someone else's business that I can with mine.
Interesting.
I mean, think about, would you be willing to start at square one with another company building a system for them? Would you be willing to do that?
It would totally depend on what kind of things were involved, how complicated it was, and most importantly, what does it pay? So
what does it pay? Right. I mean, go back to those original TurnKey days, the days where I would call you bitching and moaning about the fact that, we have these 4 clients and we just lost 2 of them because of whatever. And it's like, there was never a doubt that we were going to continue. At no point, even at the moment where we may have spent more money in a given month than we made in a given month, did I say I'm willing to throw in the towel? But I don't know that I ever want to go back to those days again.
No, I'm with you. There was something that somebody said, like when Tiger Woods was like on his huge first run of like how many how many fucking tournaments will he win, right? And there was talk about like, okay, is he going to beat? I guess it's Jack Nicklaus has the most. Right, I don't fucking know, whatever it is, right?
Or Arnold Palmer, or one of those guys.
Right. And somebody made a really good observation. They said, well, it's really not so much about his talent, right? Like talent wise, totally he could. But the question is about drive, because at some point you've won so many and you've won so much money that it's like, do you care? So it's not really about, are you going to be the best golfer in the world for however many years? It's like, why do you give a fuck after a while? And that's more, I think, where we are, and why it's like, hey, what does it pay? Right? Sure. If it pays some huge fucking sum of money, yeah, I could get excited about it. But do I want to do that? Like, would I pursue that? No, I did it. I really like what we've got. And I like continuing to improve on it and thinking about figuring out ways to improve on it. But do I want to fucking start from scratch again? Fuck no.
All right. So take it to the next level then. Let's assume that you didn't have to go back to scratch, but somebody was willing to say, hey, look, I will pay you for the wisdom that you have. Can you teach me how to build systems the way that you've built systems? And I kind of say that, the same way as to the situation that Erica just brought up. Do I want to sell for her? No, I don't necessarily want to sell for her, not because I don't like Erica. I love Erica, and I believe in what she does enough to say I know that what she has is going to be ultra successful, even more so than she's already been successful. But I wouldn't necessarily be the one to go in. I wouldn't want to put myself in a position to be the one to sell, but I could teach her how to do what we have done. And I don't think there's a lot of, the thing that comes easily to us is the gift, which comes easily to us is completely not obvious to anybody else. Maybe it's like that with how I sell and how you build systems. I would never want to build the system that you built. I couldn't. You spent so much time in fine tuning all the stuff that you did, as you would not want to ever pick up the phone and prospect or call anybody back. So Erica, this is an interesting proposition. Not that I would want to come to work for you to sell for you, but I am very open to sharing with you the tools that I have used to become successful at selling or whatever. Unless, Erica, you're just looking for someone to delegate the sales responsibility to. And I don't think I'm that guy. I don't think I'm that guy.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would not have a problem helping. I would never have a problem consulting, somebody else. But would I want to do it myself? No, not so much.
Well, and do you know the the situations or the company scenarios that are ripe for creating the system that we have created? If you went in and you looked at a company and you looked at the products and services that they offer, the service that they deliver, like the customer service they deliver, who their market is, what their offers are, couldn't you determine fairly quickly, like in a day of doing analysis, whether they would be a ripe company for putting in the model that we have put together?
Oh yeah, totally. In fact, Michael Neely, maybe a year ago, it was something he was doing with a new venture he was starting up, and he loved Monday.com. And he basically wanted to pick my brain about, hey, here's what I'm trying to do, and here's how I'm doing it, and how do you think Monday.com would handle this? And after hearing what he was trying to do, basically said, look, I don't think Monday is the right tool. Like, I love Monday.com, but I don't. It's like you're trying to hammer a nail, and you got to. And Monday is a screwdriver, right? But it's not a hammer. It's just not the right tool. So
yeah. So Erica, I'd be open to having a conversation with you about the selling side of your business, and maybe just do an analysis of what you have going on, and provide some advice. And then if there is something there. Then figuring out, okay, what is there and what can we do to help? Maybe it is bringing in a salesperson. Maybe I don't know, but I'm happy to have that conversation with you if you want to, Erica.
We're 52 minutes in.
Oh, we're under an hour.
We could finish in under an hour this time, which would be nice, because it seems like we're having a very hard time doing that lately.
Okay, why don't we wrap up? You and I probably have a couple of business things to talk about. And then we'll come back next week and do it all over again.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
All right, everybody. Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
For the nice guys on business, and in accordance with my court-mandated community service, I'm Steve O'Brien. Only 27 more voiceovers to go, and then maybe they'll let me leave the state. And take this ankle bracelet off.